Hi, my friends. I want to talk today about unlocking the intelligence in our bodies. And I have an experience to share that has made this feel very fresh and alive for me. Just reminds me of how much we can work with our thoughts and in conversations with different narratives, which there isn't anything wrong with that. But essentially, it isn't until we somehow, by luck, by grace, by breathing, by getting outdoors into nature, really feeling your feet in the ground, like getting down into your toes, and just honoring the sensations and feelings in your body, that when we do that and we're at a time when we're struggling with something, some kind of emotional discomfort or physical discomfort, that some magic can happen. So I had been feeling like a pressure in my right shoulder. And it's just I have to recreate it now, but it really has been with me for quite a while. And I get deep tissue massage, and it goes away for a little while, and then it will come back. But more recently, the discomfort in the shoulder seemed to come right up behind my breast and into my rib cage. It was very piercing. So what I did is I went on a weekend kind of retreat type of support or resource for therapists who work with people who have trauma as a way of resourcing ourselves, and it was perfect timing. But anyways, we did something very simple, just in something that I often do with people, but I may not always afford the opportunity to myself. And that is just listening so close in your body and beginning with very tiny micro movements of where does the body naturally lead itself. Like the mind is contained within the body. Everything is in the body. We are these bodies. Now the body isn't separate. And if we it's kind of like a movement can happen, which can be very subtle. There's just like you can feel. Like you can begin with your hand, you can begin with your nose, you can begin with your neck, and you can feel where does the body want to go, and it unfurls itself, it unwinds. And this is what most of us need. Stretches of time where we can unwind our soma, the connective tissue in the body, all the different ways where there may be a holding pattern, a contraction, something that just might be a little bit stuck and just sitting there, maybe even frozen. And unwinding for all of us happens a little bit differently. And there isn't really a time schedule for that. But for me, I was just doing these very simple unwinding, and I put my hand at the place where I felt the most discomfort and just feel and listen into that. And I found myself just kind of asking, what is it you need? What is it you need? And by the end of the weekend, and it wasn't even the end of the weekend where there was absolutely no more discomfort. It was the following day, it was Monday. But what I found in the listening at a certain point, something just popped. And when that popping happened, I fell asleep. I mean, I only know that I fell asleep because eventually I woke up and the session had continued, but I was not present for it. I was really deeply present for something else. So was I sleeping, or was I so deep in this unwinding that I wasn't really conscious of what was going on around me? And then I got a really important piece of information from my body that said, nap, nap, rest, nap. Take some naps. And I'm not a person who's ever been able to take a nap. And none of my girls take naps. They never have. They're my twins are 26 now. My oldest one is 28. But we're not really a napping family. But it really gave me this piece of information. I thought, oh, I'm going to start a nap community, or the rest nest. I really like that. Because what more of us need to learn to do is not do, but undo. To not become more, not achieve more, not accomplish more, not get, do. But how do we just unwind, unfurl, and rest and notice the value of what's already here, the simplicity that it's profound, it's so simple that we jump over so much of our own capacity, our own potential for happiness, for satisfaction, for rest. That doesn't need this kind of push forward type of engagement, where even in the pushing, you can start to feel the body contract, but I can't even do it right now. It's so out of my system. I don't even want to pretend it. But anyways, on the Monday, when I got up, and since then, there's this flow of just softness in my body that I hadn't felt for a while, or maybe at moments of time, but this kind of chronic thing that was there and then became more pronounced. And I knew that I needed to do something for myself. It's been really busy here. And I'm sure that for many of us since the pandemic, there's been unexpected occurrences happening for all of us. We're maybe recognizing how unresourced we might be at certain times and how we need to resource ourselves more. We may find a resilience also that we didn't know we had. We may find hope in new possibilities because we're being asked to be more creative. We're being asked to listen differently. We're being asked to join together or invited to join together. So that's what I want to do. I want to, first you have to join yourself, occupy, like just imagine yourself each moment, allowing yourself to occupy yourself. We have everything we need inside of us. I've been working on my memoir and I came across a section of my daughter at the time being 12 and reminded me of something that she heard me say. You have everything you need inside of you. Like, turn back to yourself, be the light inside of you. And light doesn't necessarily always mean like the kind of a flashlight type thing where you see easy, like more light shining in your body, but there's more listening, there's more sensation available. And like light is a word, but what does light actually mean? It's a movement of seeing. Light allows us to see and to feel and to connect in new ways. So I hope that that is useful for you. And I didn't even say I'm Prajna O'Hara, and this is my channel. And if you like it, I appreciate your comments and please subscribe and stay tuned because who knows, maybe I will be creating a nap community or the rest nest. We'll see. Because the need to rest is really strong. It's really strong. And so much comes out of rest. Yeah. So take good care.